Hi guys, this is Emnel, and we are back playing as Canada in our Hearts of Iron 4 campaign with Together for Victory DLC. Hotfix 1.3.1 has been officially released. It had some problems when it was in beta, but they have been addressed. That came out yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that. So we'll be able to do things such as actually use our mods and change the way those divisions look. Let's do it right now. But before, okay, we'll do that in a second. Another thing is I'm recording this on the 22nd of December, so I'd like to wish you all happy holidays, or Merry Christmas, or whatever you guys feel like hearing. I will probably do another announcement video, but basically as well, you can see I don't have pre-recorded content. I will try to record 6-7 episodes today, but I'm not sure which. I'm basically leaving town later today at night to visit my parents and some other extended family over the holiday season, and I will be unable to record for about a week or so. I will try to keep between 1 and 2 episodes per day. That counts both series that are running, which is this and the Indian one. Sometimes it will be, some days it will be one of this, one of that. Since I actually have the Indian one already recorded, but well, we'll see how that goes. Now, back to the topic at hand. Version 1.3 had problems with some of the graphical mods, including our more meta counters mod, which well, I had to disable because it was crashing the game. Now we will be able to fix it. Another thing that I've also, it was actually a while ago, and I've already mentioned it in the game, in the Indian game, but I've actually researched what is up with those bonuses here. So special forces bonus and for example artillery bonus that we have here. And the way it works is basically they apply to the so this is an artillery division. This division is considered an artillery division by the game. Long story short is that artillery counts as 2, and so for checking what kind of division this, so this weird division of ours is basically you have 4 points. I simplify things, but it's basically 4 points Marines, 4 points Mountaineers, and 8 points artillery. In this case, I would have to have only single artillery brigade, or 5 of those, for it to be either Mountaineer or Marines division, because those things don't add up, oddly enough. So this is never going to be a special forces division. On the other hand, if I had 8 Marines or 8 Mountaineers instead of splitting those two, that would still be an artillery division. I would have to have 9, so it would be 9 points in special forces and 4 points in artillery. This one is considered separately. So I will only ever with those divisions I will only ever receive bonuses from the artillery bit. The interesting thing, however, is to note that it's something that does not affect us here, but if instead of having a special forces bonus here, we would have an infantry bonus. That infantry bonus includes infantry, cavalry, all of the special forces, but also artillery. So both bonuses would apply. But for now, I have basically wasted 150 points getting plus 15 special forces, because it only affects the division as a whole, as we've seen. That is basically applied when you are fighting. So it doesn't work the way you think it does. You can actually check I will post the link to the sort of a guide I posted on Paradox forums in the comments, basically, if you're interested in the details of it. Now back to the task at hand. So We are going to change it for basically heavy. Those will be considered heavy infantry divisions. I mean, some people are not sold on the whole mix of mountaineers and marines, and I get that. But basically, what it's supposed to simulate is elite troops, like for example, British Chindits, and basically the way you have in militaries now. You have some. You have your special forces, sort of commandos, like Navy SEALs or whatever. But you also have a bit bigger formations of special forces, like several divisions worth. So this is supposed to, like for example, guard divisions in the Soviet Union, or VDV now that are, I mean, VDV are paratroopers, but basically. They also operate in other ways. Now, for our playthrough here, so we'll continue trying to push forward Xinjiang, and in order to knock Chinese out of the war, right here. Of course, well, that will take a while, but this is a good step to it, and if we later push in this direction, that should basically do it. But Xinjiang is the most valuable one. We do not have manpower, as you can see, but as soon as we finish John Inglis and Company, we'll be able to take Ivday, which will allow us to finally switch to extensive conscription. As you can see here, the Ivday is required. Alright, so well, we'll talk about our research plans later. Let's slow it down too. Where are we attacking? How are we? So our cavalry has decided to help. Yeah, sure, well, if we are winning. Alright, we will actually send them there. Oh, I remember, yes. We're trying to push through the river here, and it would be... That's why I'm not moving right here. This is both Victory Point and a mountain rather than that. Yeah, I can take care of this. So let's just move in here, and we are moving our we're moving our cavalry here. So let's just use it to grab that. Some of the units should be arriving to the front lines right here. Well, I guess we'll continue advancing with those troops as well, but hopefully AI will bring their troops to at least reinforce our flanks right here. We'll need to deal with that nonsense at some point as well, because as you can see we are pretty damn exposed here. I mean, not really worried about this bit, but as far as yeah, we are still pretty exposed to being cut off, or at least having problems. Oh, right, this is now I remember. The reason I wanted this province is because that would increase the supply throughput to our province by increasing our percentage of controlled edge provinces. So, well, still, this cavalry is fully capable of grabbing that one. I guess we will reinforce that. This should work fairly well, although now a proper infantry division arrived, but still there will be some losses, but we should be able to push through, or not. Well, either way, that should at least allow us to grab a province right here. Now let's reinforce that, and you are going to arrive there in 8 hours. How about you? 3 days, alright, so we'll be able to hold on to it and then defend it while sitting in the mountains. Perfect. Well, less and less impressed about when it comes to this. Well, at least they have low organization, so let's just keep at it. Alright. Okay, well, we cannot really release those two provinces, and advancing from here will be dangerous as well, but I think we'll try to do so. Well, problem is that it will funnel them through the mountains. It's beneficial in one way because, well, the whole attrition thing, so that's good. But on the other hand, it will make the capture of those provinces a bit more difficult than our possible attack towards here. Same goes for capturing this, because then it funnels them to the other side of the river. Well, still, let's try to push here just a little bit. Right, let's check our production now. Someone asked me if I am planning on using any planes, and I do, but well, like with our situation and to be able to, I mean, planes are nice and dandy, but you can't really expect to have much of an impact with the planes as much as, well, per your ability to produce. You need to have some sensible amount of actual infantry in order to be able to do something. And planes are then decent to help you in that endeavor, but, well, you need to have some proper ground forces, only if in numbers, as you can see here. Here we are basically not limited by our firepower, but by our numbers, which, well, is itself a problem of my own making, but by making such a powerful and costly divisions, but, well, still, it's the way to go. And so we are approaching the point where going for aircrafts is a decent, it's a good thing to do. And let's move you up there, actually. Now, this would have been better. I guess we could send some there should be our divisions, our 4 divisions landing. Let's reroute them here. It seems like it's fairly safe, sort of, maybe. The other thing we could do, if we had, of course, more troops, is to basically land in Hong Kong and attempt to launch, basically grab some land here and do some encirclement of those forces that are in this position. But I think our push to Changying is the first step here. Perhaps if AI decides to finally fill that gap, we will move our forces and attempt the Hong Kong offensive. But, well, first things first. And we are, of course, going to suffer from. Okay, are we being? Oh, we are not. Okay. This is a problem. The AI was attacking, but then decided against it, and yeah. Okay, so we grab this province, and should we continue going here, because, well, that opens the opportunity to grab this whole bit of land. There are some AI forces that could come here to help us. Oh, right, and of course there is a problem with Siam. That I had this same issue in the previous game. Like the Siam stealthily enters the war, because they are basically being puppeted by the focus tree decision by Japan, and you suddenly realize that you are actually at war with them. So hopefully AI will kill them fast, or we should perhaps, well, because as you can see they are diverting an ungodly amount of forces. Well, well, maybe we'll spare like 2 divisions to grab all those victory points and get it over with. But for now, let's, you know, try to focus on task at hand. You guys can probably advance here, and we'll try to, you know, grab the Changying real fast. Chongying? I think Chongying. Right. Just want to take a look at here every once in a while to make sure that we are not, well, we are in danger of losing the stuff, but okay, actually, well, this is free, so let's just grab it. Assassination of Leon Trotsky. This time around he has not survived. Okay, so we got that. I guess we should continue on our advance then. Frankly, move this direction. Yeah, so as you can see, half of our forces are basically stuck defending the the perimeter. That's not ideal. Denmark is capitulated. They've been defending quite nicely right here in Copenhagen, but it was not to be. Ended up being bombed to death, and we need to stop this attack because, well, through the major river into mountains. Great way of removing your excessive manpower, basically. And are you guys planning? Okay, so we should have our our supply issues have been fixed by capturing those 2 provinces. Oh, well, this one basically. So this is the edge one. For the next batch, we would need to capture either this or this. Well, we'll see about that. Yeah, I will move here and, well, just pretend to defend it with our with cavalry, because this one should be AI should take care of this one. And of course I should have bloody taken this, because AI isn't going to. It will divert forces there as well. Hopefully they will attack soon here. All in all, okay, so we managed to get into the mountains before they arrived. Perfect. And we are able to pierce the enemy divisions as well. Well, I guess we'll continue here, trying to get a beachhead on the other side, if at all possible. And yeah, this may be a bit tricky. If I were to attack that, how would that look? I've seen worse, so let's actually do that. Will be a slight. Okay, this. Well, we have multiple combats, but we are capable enough of fending them off, so that's a non-problem. This guy sadly has to stay here. So for them. Now, well, since they will be staying here for a while, we might as well get some planning bonus up and running. There we go. And sadly someone arrived there, so we need to break off this attack. I wonder how many people have we lost by attack that we forgot about, otherwise I have not paid enough attention to. I'm afraid that may be a significant percentage of our losses. No. Well, pushing through here will border on impossible. Well, let's focus on grabbing this, and then we'll think if we are more interested in pushing, well, eastward or westward. I think eastward approach is a bit better, but that requires AI to relieve us right here. Let's land here and deal with Siam first. Alright, so we grabbed this and we apparently pushed them out of there. Oh, we actually pushed them out of here as well. I mean, sure. I mean, although it may be a bit excessive. Well, it at least takes away their mountain, so that's okay, and it doesn't really extend our border that much. So if we will be able to get there, it's not a terrible idea to do. Let's continue. No. Of course, I mean, we are running out of space here. Running out of divisions to cover our flanks. Right, let's just finish this up because it's getting ridiculous. Waiting for our divisions to arrive there. Okay, holding this, no problem. Let's actually extend that and assign you here. Well, this is getting a bit more costly now. Well, I'd say we have enough firepower for it. Support this attack actually, so Changyong is ours. Let's send another 10 points somewhere here, specifically. So how, well, that puts them at 55% towards capitulation. Okay, so basically we need to capture another 25 or so points. This is what, 30? And I believe we captured some other points somewhere, maybe. If there was something here. Oh, there it is. We haven't captured it and it's well defended. There's another 5, but well, this cluster is what we really need to seal the deal. Up north, nothing interesting. This 5 points here isn't a bad choice either. Actually, do we really want this province? Probably not, to be honest. I would like this one and to be able to cut through there. Maybe. Well, if we were to be, if we could basically cut through this and close this packet, that would be useful, to some extent at least. Well, I think we'll need to wait for those 4 divisions to arrive and yeah, that. Alright. Okay, we can focus on defending that, or frankly, defend all of this. So we basically have 3 divisions to spare. Right. I don't see us pushing through here, so, and it's not really worth it. Like, we would capture 2 divisions at best, so no point. Alright, we cleaned that up. Let's redeploy Yosoria somewhere here to grab a few victory points here and there. You guys are landing very well. That was bloody time. Let's deploy 2 of you here and 2 of you here, I guess. Of course, a bloody jungle, but there will be some attrition problems, but we are semi-okay with what we have here. Well, having captured those 2, we will be in a fairly decent position to push out, because, well, we have only plains ahead of us, and then of course some online start, but if we break those divisions we'll be able to basically continue the pursuit, and they won't be nearly as effective against us in that when we just continue the attack. So let's gather our divisions there, and well, we'll need just a little bit of organization. Let's just get it. Waiting for well, let's just get a little bit of planning bonus while we are waiting for organization. That's what I was trying to say. Right, so upgrades for anti-tank weapons. Not that we are, well, we are encountering some tanks here and there. Let's wait those 30-ish days. We're building civilian factories, okay. We'll need a few. We have 8. Yeah, those two will be about as much as we'll need. Later we'll get what 3 military factories here and another 3 right there, and 1 here. But that's about it as far as our factory income goes. So we don't have any more 3 civilian ones to use. Therefore, all right. Well, might as well add them too. Let's redeploy. Volunteers, okay. You guys ready? Not yet. I'm doing full organization. Being attacked here, but well, much of an issue. As you can see, the firepower we can bring to bear is fairly atrocious, even with our strength falling steadily. Come on, okay, let's speed 4 this. Really, how much time do you need? Right. I'm not recovering anymore due to all the issues here. Pouring infrastructure storm. Well, maybe let's wait out the storm, though it's monsoon season, so might as well not. Yeah, but we are in a very decent position as it is. And that here, hopefully they won't decide to move out. No, it doesn't seem like it. And AI is slowly but surely pouring in. And once we clean that, we'll be in a decent position to put some heart on them. Alright, so basically march to Bangkok. Delete that. That attrition will be pretty damn bad, but well, what can you do? Construction. Oh, look at that. Bangkok is undefended. And I believe you were supposed to grab that. And that should do the trick. Just to be sure, let's fan out and grab some of those easy to take territories. By easy to take, I mean territories that don't have high attrition values. We'll decide about that in bulk. So Siam should be down here. Yeah, we'll need to grab some. Perhaps that, or well. They're actually pushing in here. Hopefully there won't be a failure of such proportions as the fall of Singapore. I mean, historical one, that is. Right, and you guys need to kill those. Since we are at it. Okay. That is what, 1 point. Yeah, just grabbing a little bit of this and it should seal the deal. And later we'll, oh. Well, that's problematic. Alright. Let's redeploy you here and finish off that division. Still keeping in mind the whole Hong Kong thing, but we are 31 minutes and I need to record quite a few episodes today, so let's just finish it right now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue in the next episode. Cheers!